Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, damen and herren, señoras y caballeros, welcome to the Blunderbuss special. Thank you for joining us. My name is Bob. As always with me is Nate.
What's going on?
The ever-cantankerous and newly chromed Dave.
Yo.
And as our special guest, last but not least, is James.
Evening all.
You know,
You finally nailed an intro.
yeah, and
And they got Billy Badass over here like...
evening all. That was
Evening
classic,
all.
James. Then Nate had
It's
to
not
ruin
even
it.
evening, man. What the fuck, dude?
They don't know
Well,
that.
they don't know that. Way to sell me out, asshole.
You know what? I fucking know it. I fucking know it.
It's evening somewhere.
Do not
It's
turn our
evening
podcast
somewhere.
into a house of lies.
Guten Nacht yourself, motherfucker.
So, gentlemen, today's subject, we're going to be talking about what happens when you close your eyes and you go off to the land of Nod. We're talking about dreams. And
What is it, like a little dream raping going on there, Bob? What the fuck?
No screams, just dreams.
no screams, only dreams. And we're not. I don't know what's the saying. Sleepologist, dreamologist. What's the term for people who study sleeps and dreams?
Quacks.
Quacks. Quacks. We're gonna
Shit.
study.
Dio.
We're gonna study the lumps on Dave's brain, see what he's gonna think about.
On his chrome dome.
shining chrome. We'll follow him to Valhalla.
Well, he is a mobile beacon. I
He
mean,
is,
holy
he
shit,
is.
that thing
That's
reflects, refracts light
Refract-
like one
it's refracting now. It's not even reflecting.
No, it's refracting. Hell, it almost creates its own fucking light source in the dark, man. Fuck night vision.
Well,
you got
know,
bald vision.
The whole problem about the room being so hot is actually that now that I shaved, the hair doesn't keep the heat in, so it's just releasing all the mental heat.
He's so cold.
I wish, you know. So if you haven't figured out by now, I shaved my head. This is the first time in my life that I've had a shaved head.
And-
Really? I thought you've done it before.
Never.
No, I thought you...
And Dave has a beautiful egg-shaped head. It's,
Oh, yeah.
you just want to touch it.
You know what my grandmother said? She said, she hates it, but she's like, at least you have a nice like domed head because we carried you around as a child. I'm like, I'm like, well, at least
Nice.
you guys didn't drop me, so I don't have any.
You'd be like, well, fuck, there goes that excuse.
I once knew a guy's head that was like a pyramid. It was so weird. It was ridged.
Oh, I've seen that. It's
yeah,
fucking
it was.
nuts.
And you touch it, you're like, oh, it's gross.
It's like the cone heads.
Yeah, like that. Like he's a cassowary. He's just gonna butt you with it.
Shit wasn't when I was in reception battalion at Fort Knox when I first went in the military. There was this dude. He's laying down on the top bunk. It's the middle of the day. And I just stop and I look. It's like, what the fuck is that? The back of his head looked like a chinchilla. It was all wrinkled and shit, and it had that kind of like shimmery gray look to it. And I couldn't stop staring at it. It's like, man, can I just grab it and just kind of like pull it out and maybe like catch water with it? I mean, what the fuck is going on,
No, what
man?
you do? You get yourself a newspaper, and then you wrap it up, you rub it on there, and it pulls out the funnies on it, like silly putty.
Now that's going to fuck with my dreams.
But no, it was weird, and it's like I thought it was just because he was laying there and I was bunching up. He gets up and you see the back of his head in formation. It's like, what the fuck? It's still there. It's like, did your head shrink a lot? Just all that skin just wouldn't go away. I mean, there was no retraction.
Extra head flab. you know,
Yeah.
just-
It grew too much hair, so the skin couldn't retract all the way.
Oh, it'd be weird if you could actually bind up all the extra flesh behind his head like a ponytail, and just like pull it back really hard.
Instant facelift.
Yeah, just-
That'd be the cheapest facelift.
It's a rubber band holding it.
yeah. My gosh.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Then he-
gonna give me nightmares. So
Then he
let's
lets
get
it
back
go,
on.
and his face is all like saggy, just until
It'd be like that crazy bitch from was it Doctor Who? The one to where that's all she was Skin.
Oh yeah, the last human.
Yeah, the last.
Yeah, the
human.
last-
Yeah, the last human. Yeah, and it's just like, oh, what the fuck is going on there? Ooh, that's not hot. Then she has to be moist. It's fucking weird.
so the last human on Earth's like a chamois, just.
It's like, and you know what? You are not like the best example.
Well, she was more like rice paper.
So, how do we start this? Like,
I don't know.
we
Weird
had a
So-
shit.
dream.
Something.
Well, I mean, so let's start with, like this, what all people always talk about. What's been your weirdest dream to date?
oh man.
Like your weirdest, like that you can remember.
I like talking about my dreams. My brother always told me not to talk about my dreams because the fact that I guess he's always suspected that people would have a weird, like, so psychology degree and then
They'd
realize-
analyze you and
analyze
think
you
you're a
and
weirdo.
realize you're psychotic.
No, it
Yeah.
says more like, don't tell them your dreams. You give them power.
It's like, look, I'll tell you my dreams all day long. I also tell you I do what the voices in my head tell me to do.
They tell me to burn things.
Drink that manzanilla. Drink it now. Okay, sure, sounds great.
And they're like, thank you.
That was refreshing. Yes, yes.
Donka. One of the voices is
Weird.
German.
I don't know what he says, but it's beautiful.
And angry. Beautiful and angry.
So let's start with weird dreams. What do you
Weird
guys?
dreams.
Let me go start with you, Davy Jones.
I have a few, but I remember just off the top of my head shooting my father, and I shot him in the gut, and he wouldn't die. Like I don't remember what it was, but I just remember like he approached me, and I shot him in the stomach, and he just kind of he's bleeding, and he kind of looks at it, and he touches the wound, looks at the blood, and he's fine, and that's it. That's one of my dreams.
I think Freud would have something to say about that.
Freud would have a lot of things
Hey.
to say about a lot of things.
Yeah, but
Sometimes shooting your dad is shooting your dad.
Yeah.
but he'd be finger fucking your dome while he was doing it. It's so irresistible. What about you, Bob? What you got on the
I've had a
docket?
few weird ones. Like, not that I've had any weird ones lately. Well, no, I had that one when I was in New Mexico. That was weird. But
Why don't you tell us about that one?
that one was more like, I don't know if it was a dream or it was one of those paranormal experiences. Like, 'cause I'm still trying to figure that one out. That was the
Yeah, that was a weird one.
that was a
I was
weird
like,
one.
whoa, really?
Like, I'd rather go with the one and the weirdest one that I do know. I had I think I was in college or high school, I think, and I was in this white room, like it was a building white, and there was Alf, and he was right there, and I look at Alf, and I reach into his mouth, and I pull out his matted cotton wad guts, like that, and I look up, and there's a guy in a Garfield, who else? One of the M&Ms and Charlie Brown. But Garfield and Charlie Brown are like in costumes like Disneyland costumes. But the M&M was still like the animated M&M character.
What? No, California raisin?
No, not just M&M. It was the blue M&M guy. That's right.
Oh.
And they saw this and they started to run. And so I started chasing after him because they just saw me kill Alf. So I started chasing after him, and they turn a corner, and of course it's a building, so it was a double door with the thing stick in the middle. So I kick the M&M in the back. He hits the rail, and he spins out, and he's spinning on the floor, and then his shell's cracked. So I start tearing at the shell, and there's a bunch of chocolate organs, and he's like, and just like chocolate up to my elbow, just like, and there's just chocolate all over the floor, and the source so he's dead. Obviously, chocolate organs everywhere. So
Obviously, that
Obviously.
is what happens.
so I start looking for Charlie Brown and Garfield. I start looking for
Yeah,
him.
you know what? Fuck Charlie Brown, that motherfucker.
And I'm covered with chocolate too, like set up to the elbows.
chocolate blood.
Yeah, and there was a dude there, and I said you helped make the music for The Matrix. I'll let you live. And then I run off, and I can't remember anything after that.
That's oddly specific.
Very, very oddly specific. I know.
You helped make the music for the Matrix. You get to live. I liked it a lot.
But just I don't know, just the chocolate organs and just the high pitched squealing and just the it was a very, very odd dream, like I said.
So I'd like to think that out there somewhere is the guy who made the music for The Matrix, who tells his friends about a dream that he had about some guy
Killing
tearing
one
apart
an M&M man.
M&M and just eating his chocolate organs.
And that dude that ate that M&M's chocolate organs gave me a bye.
The Matrix saved my life.
Or oh man, that'd be a weird show. Like everybody has a different, like Charlie Brown. The guy in the Charlie Brown costume saw this, and he's running away. Then he hears a screaming and turns back, and there's just some dude ripping up the meme guy. You know, there's like it's like a whole Doctor Who episode right there.
This is more Twilight Zone than Doctor Who.
Nice.
What about you, Nate?
Oh man, I guess you could say. Well, it was more entertaining than anything. It was a weird one. I don't know why, but every once in a while I have like zombie dreams. Go figure. But there was one I had in high school, and my friend Lou always got a big kick out of it. Of course, it was a zombie dream, and it just, we're just there, just me and fucking Lou, and we're going down like a road, and like zombies pop out here, and then we're sitting there like beating the shit out of them, and we end up in like a oh gosh, I used to call it like a like a trailer park, but people are more like Winnebago's parked there, like Winter Texans and whatnot, and so we end up down there and we're fighting off zombies, and we knock on one of the Winnebagos, one of the big ones. And this old couple, opens up the door, and they're like, what's going on? And they're like, hey, there's zombies everywhere and shit. They're like, oh, I don't see anything. And they come out, and then, they fucking get grabbed and eaten. It's like, well, kill them. And then we take the Winnebago, and we're cruising around just running over zombies. And now, mind you, this is in high school, man. It's hard to remember a lot of it. But the weird thing was, we ended up driving it into a mall. And we kept driving through the mall, and it was... who was it? Not the New Kids on the Block. What are those other jerk-offs?
NSYNC?
No, or Backstreet Boys, I think it was.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I think it was Backstreet Boys. We saw them, and we just ran them over. And then they fucked up the Winnebago. We had to get out, and so we're just like, fighting them off and shit. And I mean, that was pretty much all that I can remember, man. But I mean, to this day, I still remember that shit. Weird, I guess, on some levels. Entertaining.
For sure.
More for me.
Yeah.
See, and if someone does have a degree in psychology, they're listening to this like, these guys are crazy. They're just analyzing them. Maybe realize we have certain, I don't know.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? I would enjoy the input, because I always find that kind of shit interesting. It's like, what do you think?
Damn, that's cool.
Jim Jam.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I know I've had weird dreams, but I mean, like for me, they fade real quickly. So I only remember like a few dreams if my emotional response to them was like really strong. In other words, I'll wake up and I actually remember like, oh, this was funny. So like a lot of the weird dreams I have will usually have me waking up like, you'll start awakening like, that's funny. It was like, oh, that was pretty cool.
And it's kind of like poof, like right after that.
Yeah, like 15 seconds later.
Yeah.
It starts fading, and you're like, oh, wait.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Because it's like one of those things. It's like, oh, it made so much sense because I was in a house, and then this guy with the rabbit head came down, and he had a mop for hands. and in the dream, it's like, it all makes sense. But then you're like, wait, what?
When you try to explain it to people, it's like, yeah, it made a lot more sense. You had to be there. In your dream? Yeah.
Yeah,
in the dream.
no, you totally had to be there. And then you just look at you like you're fucking insane. It's like, how could you not understand this? What the fuck?
I actually have one of those where it actually was really funny. There was one
A
recently
moped
that I
dream?
forgot, but
Were y'all touching like ethereal dicks and shit? While you're in dreamland.
so let's
Space
talk about
Dream space docking.
All right, so I had a dream
Oh, I got
where
my butt hurt.
it's our friend Mike, and he was living with one of his friends, and she has a ton of cats, and those cats shit everywhere, and the house smells like shit.
Ew.
So that's the background. So the dream is that I inherit my grandmother's house, and so I go to move into my grandmother's house, and for some reason Mike's going to come and live as well. And so I look at Mike and I tell him, in all seriousness, Mike, it is not okay to shit on the floor. No, Mike, I am serious. Do not shit on the floor.
Man, I wish I was there.
And
I wish I was fucking there.
I wish that had been a group text to us all, because you texted Mike.
I texted him.
like that the minute you woke
Like
up. You
at 8 in the
texted.
morning. At 8 in the morning, I'm like, oh my god! Before I forget this dream, I texted him because I was in tears. I was laughing so hard at the absurdity of that dream, and just that serious face that I had of like, No, Mike, it's not okay. Because he had such a look of disappointment.
Man.
Like there was like some glimmer of hope that it would be okay to shit on the floor.
There might be some occasion.
I thought I was an adult.
It's like, I'm sorry, buddy. It shit just happened. No pun intended. Fuck.
So that's one of the few dreams that actually translated well, like outside of that dream world. Because a lot of times
So
when
next
you
time
explain,
you see Mike, be like, Mike,
it's
no
not
shitting on
okay.
the fucking floor.
It's not
It's
okay.
not okay to shit on the floor. God damn it.
Okay,
I
when you
paid
go to
rent
work,
too, yeah.
when you go to work, you need to go tell him that it's not okay to shit on the floor.
Did you tell him that?
Yes.
You told him about the dream? What did he say?
Totally. He laughed. He's just like, okay, whatever. Like, he didn't find it nearly as funny as everybody else who knows about the situation. Like, anybody who's been to that house has experienced the smell and all those things. And for some reason, that was just stuck in my head.
When they swept the banister, and there's that giant cotton soccer ball of fur.
You thought it was another cat?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, wow.
They swept the stairs, and it was just a giant ball of, like, extra cat.
And where was this at?
We'll tell you later. It's
Remember where he used to live?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
No, I never heard about
Well,
that.
because the only time that you would go over is when they had a party. And when they
Yeah.
had a party, they would clean up the house.
Oh, yeah.
But
I didn't even know
if
there
you
was
went
any
on
animals there.
any other day,
Oh, really? I didn't know there was animals there.
I don't think he's ever gone to that house.
Oh, no, I haven't gone to that house then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're talking gibberish and shit. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Anywho.
Yeah. So okay, so then weird dreams. So that's weird dreams. What about? And this actually is kind of like what happened to me recently. So, have you guys ever had sort of a dream that's an epiphany? That you wake up and like something that's kind of been nagging you in the back of your head. You just wake up and you're like, oh yeah, that's what this is.
no. I've always wanted one of the dreams. Never get to happen.
Not so great because I recently had one when kind of like little things that had been kind of nagging me finally kind of clicked into place, and I just woke up pissed. I was like, son of a bitch.
It wasn't even a eureka moment. It was just like...
It wasn't a eureka moment. It was just one of those things that you kind of like you said, like on some level your subconscious knows because it's picking up on clues and like things that people say or people do, and then you go to sleep and your brain just puts the Jenga puzzle together, and then also you wake up and you're like, oh fuck me, and then you're just like, god damn it.
I know I've had those before. Man, was it this last term when I had to take that engineering class? Or maybe it was a previous engineering class. Anyways, because it was real bad. Like I would just I couldn't get that shit out of my head. It was just oh this and this and this. It's like I've got to design this way, or like how am I going to approach this, and just nonstop just kept going and doing the math and all this shit and I know that there was like a bunch of them. Hell, it's like, but I wake up all throughout the night anyways. But I'd wake up and my mind's still running 100 miles an hour on that problem and shit. Yeah. And then it just finally get to that point where just like, what the fuck? That's it. God damn it. Just, well, fuck me. God,
exactly.
Fucking shit.
I mean, we've all had it. Like it's kind of one of those things. Like you either realize like, oh, you like the puzzles get put together, or as sometimes is typical, like you've had words with someone and you go to sleep. And then you wake up like, God damn it, that's what I should have said.
No,
that would have won the argument.
Oh, man. Well, I usually do that in the ride way home. When dreaming, oh, man, that would have been awesome. Then you got to save that one for later because it's going to come up.
Yeah, you got to find a way to steer the conversation.
And then because that's
just punch to the gut.
Got to rip out the intestines.
Kung Fu style.
No, I think it's worse when, you're having that nice dream. You're going to get some.
Well,
It's about to happen.
it's the ultimate letdown. Ultimate
Yeah.
fucking letdown.
Oh, I thought it was
The alarm clock cock block.
Oh, really? I thought it was like, are you sinking in a submarine? Is that...
Yeah, see, that's when you wake up and you blink a couple times, like what the fuck, and then you just clench one fist and wave it in the air and just start yelling, "Hairy balls of the gods!" Because they've cursed me.
Now,
Sons of bitches.
with the alarm, I've had the dream where the alarm wouldn't wake me up, but I could still hear it in my dream. So then it's like the alarm's going off. I turn it off, but it still doesn't go off, so I unplug it. Then I see if there's a battery. There's no battery. Smash it, and then it's somewhere else. So I start tearing apart whatever. So it's a truck alarm outside. So I start ripping the truck out, into pieces. And then there's just generally just ripping stuff apart in my dreams. And then of course I wake up and realize it's just the alarm clock in my dreams. It's
And you rip your pillow apart.
yeah, it's just feathers everywhere.
Oh man, I'll have those. I'll be so tired. I don't want to take a piss. I'll just go to sleep, and then I'll wake up periodically. I do it anyways, but I'll wake up, and it's like, fuck, I gotta take a piss. I'm too fucking tired. Just gonna go back to sleep. And then it gets to the point to where you have that dream that you're pissing the shit out of yourself, just, oh, and then you wake up in like a cold sweat, like, just feeling around. It's like, holy shit, I pissed myself. And it's like, no, it's good. I better go now. It's like that.
I don't get a 2-minute warning on that.
Yeah, that's the warning flag going up. It's like, hey, I warned you, motherfucker.
So on that note, this is something that made sense to me as an adult, but as a child, I never caught on. So I remember one time my mom, like, we'd come back from the beach after scuba diving, and we'd always go eat, and she'd have some beers. Anyways, like, my mom, like, the next day, her knee is really, really swollen. And I'm like, what happened? And my mom's like, well, like, it was the middle of the night, and I had to pee, so, like, I went into the bathroom, and then when I came back, I was going to get into the bed, and I didn't get to bed, and I just fell straight to the floor, and I hit my knee. What makes sense now as an adult is the part that she didn't tell me, which is she was probably really fucking drunk.
Liar!
And so when she went into her room, she did it. She just fell straight on the floor.
Oh, Mom, you delightful passing out drunk.
I want to pump the brakes there, right, a little bit. That's how you know when you get a little too far. I don't know, when I was a kid, man, I used to have bad nightmares. Real bad nightmares.
Night terrors?
I would have those, but a lot of nightmares, fucking zombie skeletons and shit like that, which I loved them, like Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh, yeah.
The skeleton scene, my favorite scene as a kid. I love that shit. But then I would have dreams, and then it's like it would fuck me up kind of stuff.
Because the effects were so much better in the dreams.
It was a hell of a lot more realistic, I'll tell you that much. But no, just like weird monster dream. Just all kinds of shit all over the place. And it was so bad that my mom and I, there used to be a place off of Brook Hollow, Rainbow's Inn. It was a little toy store, but it had all like the toys and then like crazy offshoot toys that you wouldn't see anywhere else, and then like crazy educational toys and magnets and shit. All kinds of cool stuff. And they had this little spray in there called Monster Be Gone. And it was white aerosol can. Had like, a little monster on there with like the little like, Ghostbusters, kind of cross sign on there. And my mom got this shit, and all you do is just spray it in the air, like spritz it 3 times, say Monster Be Gone 3 times, and it smelled like bubblegum, like just like fucking bubblegum. And it fucking helped. I swear it fucking helped, man. I stopped having nightmares after that shit. Because it was just bad. It was so bad. And then I kind of wasted all of it on... we were in the grocery store. It's like my mom would talk to everybody. We're at the seafood, little cold area where they have all like the fresh fish. And there was a little tiny crab there, and I was like, "Oh, the crab!" And the guy gave me the crab, so I put it on my nightstand. When it started to stink, I just kept hosing it down with Monster Be Gone.
I'll love you forever.
It was enough to chase away the monsters in my dreams, but not that monstrous fish smell coming off the fucking crab. But yeah, man, I mean, just horrible dreams all the time when I was a kid and shit. But yeah, it fucking helped. It really fucking helped.
I don't, I naturally growing up, as a kid, I had my...
You grew up?
I know.
Holy shit, James.
It's shocking.
Never would have guessed it. I thought we were the same age. Like 4.5.
So I had a teddy bear. I had that security there. But I don't remember having a lot of, like, wake up, like, screaming nightmares. Growing up as a kid, I might have a nightmare that might startle me awake, and then you'd be kind of like, kind of like when you're asleep in a new place, and the noises kind of like fuck with your mind.
You got the heightened senses going on, just everything, little thing you can hear.
Yeah.
But you can't see it.
Yeah. But only recently, like in terms of like recent bad dreams, I don't, I'm sure I've had them, but nothing that'll like, they might startle me awake. Just sort of like something happens that kind of like, oh, okay. Then it fades. But, David, you mentioned night terrors. I still get them on occasion, but it's not because since I've done a lot of things like where when I try to, like when I sometimes I'll take a nap, but I don't want to fall asleep. I'll make sure like I'm like sitting in a recliner, so I can't move around a lot, so I never really relax, and I'll just kind of drift. So that kind of puts you in that same state of mind that you usually are in when you have a night terrors.
Yeah,
you're halfway awake, halfway asleep, and I'm used to that. So when I actually have them, it's weird because I'll like last time I had one, I laid in bed. I was in bed, I was taking a nap, and I just got to that point, and I mean, it just the reality of what your mind will do is it's fucking weird because I'm laying in bed, and I absolutely am positive that someone walked into the room. I hear that sound of footsteps, that transitioning from like the tile to the carpet, and getting closer, and I feel them sitting next to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like the mattress move, but I'm like, and there's that one moment of like, did someone show up? It's like, no, I'm dreaming, and then you kind of ride it, you ride the dream out.
Like this isn't going where I wanted it to go.
No, well, because then I'll move, and I feel like, man, I am trapped in this bed. Like you can't move, and it's like that's I think where people get that night you start to panic.
Yeah.
But because I'm so used to kind of being in that half sleep, I just like, okay, just calm down, take a breath, and then, oh yeah, I can move. It's like it lets go, and then you're like, okay, and then you can get out of it, and then you kind of like rouse yourself, like, oh okay, now I get back to sleep.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's nuts.
See, that what happened is you were a little asleep for it. See, that sound was Spock's ghost coming into your room. And as you were laying there, he was, I have been.
You must go to the Dagobah system. Fuck you, Spock. Wrong goddamn genre.
I want to do something logical to you.
Then it turns into one of those raised dreams. God damn it, Spock! Quit fucking around.
If he's got a lizard with him, run. The only thing that's going to save you is rock.
No, like what I was talking about earlier, because we were talking about this like last week. Like I was talking before the show, that dream I had where it was just like still kind of working it out. Like I drove to Albuquerque to go do that the ET thing for when they're digging up all the shitty ET games. In
Bob has
Roswell.
plastered his ass all over that fucking
Documentary. Yeah, like
he's the creeper.
Kind of sneak into that shot, then he sneak right back out.
Bob, you never snuck out of that
No,
shot. You
no,
just
no.
snuck in.
No, he
And
just
it's
come in and just keep fucking working his way until they fucking change to another fucking scene.
Just gotta, I'll be like, hey, I was in a documentary and I was on there for several minutes. So I was driving for like 16 hours from San Antonio to like Roswell, and like,
Roswell?
No, it's was it Roswell?
No, it wasn't Roswell.
Alamogordo.
Yeah.
Alamogordo, New Mexico.
I'd say it's
There you
definitely
go.
not
There you
Roswell
go.
because Roswell's not right across the border.
Yeah, no. And of course, I've been driving all night, and we went to the GameStop for some like ET thing where they were gonna, give away Xbox games and all this other shit. And Lou's like, I want to go drive around. I'm like, dude, I've been up for 24 hours. I drove for 16 of those. I'm not gonna like jump around trying to look. Not to mention what's in Roswell, New Mexico, worth that after 10 o'clock. Nothing.
The aliens.
Well, it's not Roswell.
No,
where
it's
he's
not
at.
Roswell. It's Alamogordo.
He just keeps saying Roswell.
Yeah, sorry. Keep saying Roswell because it's, I guess, more memorable than Alamogordo. The mayor's hot, though. If you ever see the mayor, she's pretty lady.
Which mayor? Roswell or Alamogordo?
Alamogordo.
Alamogordo.
Alamogordo. So,
All right, now, ladies.
we're going to the hotel, the Motel 6. It's not a new building. It's like they just kind of renovated to make it into a hotel. And it looked kind of... I kind of want to say it was almost like a halfway house, or just maybe it looked like one of those really just old buildings they just decided to renovate.
It was an old whorehouse, is what it was.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Halfway house, maybe, I don't know. And we crash out. I go to sleep, and then I had this dream of chasing around this redheaded girl, and we're running around, we're having a fun time, whatever. And then I feel like something like rubbing my back, like someone like say if you had a girlfriend or lover and she just rubbed your back trying to wake you up. I was like, oh, that feels good. And then of course something starts asking me questions and I answer them back. I don't remember the questions, I just remember the last one, which is, do you want to see what I look like? And then I was just like, wait a minute, well, I'm in a hotel room, who is this kind of thing? Then I try to shake it loose, and then there's nobody there. It's just me
and Lou
in the next. Yeah, he's in the next bed though.
Oh, it was Lou.
Yeah,
it was Lou.
Lou
I don't know. He
was
doesn't have
there.
that soft touch. No.
No.
No,
He's
no.
got his fucking hamburger
Beefalo
fingers.
Yeah, but that was and of course, like, was that awake? Was that a dream? Was that like a succubus? Was that like
Goddamn succubus.
Okay,
goddamn succubus?
as much as you hate to admit it, it was Lou.
No, I'm sorry. He's got a tender touch. I'm sorry. It was just nice. But yeah, it was just I don't know, it was weird. And I'm still kind of figuring out. I was like, maybe I was asleep, or maybe like I said when we were talking about, maybe it was just one of those night terrors from me just being exhausted from the entire, from driving all that way. It's just something that just kind of stuck with me. Just how tender it was, then how terrifying it was afterwards. I realized I'm in a hotel room, like somewhere. No one should be touching me, kind of thing.
Well, you did that 12-hour drive on like an hour and a half sleep or something like that?
Yeah, because I had to.
Yeah, it was 12 hours, right? Or was it 14?
I want to say one of those.
It felt like a week.
Yeah, it was a really long time. And after and then of course you've been so awake so long, everything's just muted. The colors everything's just.
Yeah, it's called being tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's being stupid.
You're on that
fucking
nice
tired.
verge of a nice psychotic break.
Yeah. I remember that they're trying to talk to me, and I'm just not engaging at all. Like, what? Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
You do the, sponge dude. No.
So anyone else had somewhat night terrors where they wake up?
I mean,
cold sweats.
I had
And they have the mark of the beast written on their hands.
I've had sleepwalking.
Oh, sleepwalk. Well, I don't sleepwalk anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I remember sleepwalking. I had night terrors as a kid. Had a shit ton of nightmares over the Lost Boys, and I wasn't
Really?
even scared. Yeah,
The Lost Boys?
Yeah. Now I remember being like
You know,
5.
it was
or-
Corey Feldman. Corey
Probably.
Feldman scared the dog shit.
Oh,
He dreamt that he wanted to come over and touch a wiener.
wow.
No,
wearing
that
the-
was just Bob touching my boobs.
No. He was wearing like the Michael Jackson bullshit that he was into at the time.
Because Michael Jackson was into him.
and he had the glove. The
Yeah.
glittery glove.
Yeah, now that you think, do you remember that corny ass movie, The Keep?
The Keep.
No.
Which one was The Keep?
Oh man, it's like a classic cult horror movie because, its big selling point was the fact that Tangerine Dream did the soundtrack for it.
Oh.
So it's
Huh.
like surreal as fuck. But then it had all these actors that that these are like it had and this is odd to say, it had a young Ian McKellen. It's like a young Ian McKellen. He's like,
Wow, really?
Yeah, and then
This predates film.
and then there are actors in that you would see and you would know. One guy, I think his name is it Sam Shepard? No.
Anyways.
Anyways, I mean, because the whole the way the film was, I guess it was shot, and it was like just the whole story in itself. I mean, like, I remember that actually influenced I had some nightmares about that because that was like the first horror movie I saw. And so when you're in this haunted church, and the thing is following you, and it's behind you.
Yeah.
Was it like the 60s or 70s or something like that?
Oh, 60s. Probably early 70s. Early 70s, I guess.
Early 70s?
Because films back then, the horror movie, they were much more visceral than like now they're gory, but then
Well,
it was a lot
a lot of
suspenseful.
psychological is what it was. I mean,
Like, did you ever see? Just don't even watch the movie. There's a review. Just watch the trailer for El Topo or Holy Mountain. Have you ever seen those? Dude, those
sounds familiar. I don't know if I've
blow
seen
your
those.
mind. Just the trailers. They're just cutscenes of just weird like.
No,
There's
sorry. It was a 1983 movie.
oh okay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was directed by Michael Mann.
But yeah, like go ahead and watch those El Topo or Holy Mountain. Like,
Manitou.
yeah, because they're just a bunch of crazy just like all of a sudden to do it on the cross, and then there's a bunch of like guys with animal heads whipping each other, and then there's like a bleeding Virgin Mary. Then there's a thing of a cat running into a wall. Just all this weird imagery that they put into a trailer. You have no idea how that fits in the movie. I've never actually seen the movie, but the trailer was already too much for me, so I don't think I'll watch
Weird.
it.
Oh, you know what? I think I did. I think you showed me that trailer like a couple years ago
Just
or something like that,
crazy
right?
shit, just-
it's just like, what the fuck is
There's a
this?
dude on a wheel, and they're whipping him, and he's covered with blood, and then there's a guy with a goat head, or just...
You know why that was? Because he chose porn. Now that'd be a fucking crazy dream to have.
Yeah.
Actually, that was probably the dream that dude had.
And he's like, I have to produce this, and he turns into a crazy fucking movie. Yeah.
Well, it's like Salvador Dali. All those fucking paintings, those were dreams that he had. And it's like, man, what the fuck were you on? I mean, shit, I wish I could remember dreams like how he fucking remembered. I don't know if he just jumped right out of bed and started fucking painting. It was just like, ha! He went after it like the old, not Bob Ross, but the old German guy. He used to fucking be on KLRN on, was it
PBS?
Sundays?
Yeah.
Or PBS, yeah. And he'd just be like, what do you say? It's like, now we paint the tree. There's a tree! Now we paint the waterfall. There's a waterfall! Of course, when Patton Oswalt does it, it's 10 times better. But it's
the
like, holy
waterfall
shit.
good? It's in keeping with German aesthetics.
Yes, this tree is here. My third wife was a bitch! I shaved her back with a rusted tin can lid! And now we go over here to paint this bush. There's the bush. I mean, shit. But I don't know how the hell Salvador Dali did that shit. Because, I mean, there's dreams like the night terrors you're talking about. I remember one, I was in middle school. And I was actually talking about, Bob and I were talking about, was it last night I think it was? But
Yeah.
we kept getting distracted. I didn't get to finish. And it's like, my bed at the time was on the floor and like in the corner. And then, if I rose my head up, I'd look straight at the wall. And if I looked, adjacent to me on the right side, that's where the door to go in my room. And I woke up, and this is before I started blocking out my windows so it'd be completely black. And it was enough moon to where it was lit in the room. I woke up and I'm looking over by the front door or by the door for some reason, and it's like there's just this thing moving. It's shapeless, I guess you could say, almost like a fog or something like that. But I guess in the proportions of a person, kind of. I guess I don't know. There was no face. There was no nothing. There was no limbs. It was just it was moving slowly, and I remember waking up, and I just looked over. I couldn't move. My hands, I couldn't wiggle a toe, couldn't anything, couldn't even move my head, except for my eyes and my mouth. And I opened up my mouth and start screaming my head off, and nothing's coming out. Nothing's coming out, and it just keeps coming. It's just like, I'm just losing my shit to the point to where I guess I had woken up and it just, I screamed, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Just trying to, figure everything out, because it's your mind is just running 1,000 miles an hour. And it went from like dead stop to 1,000 miles an hour, and it's just like, what the fuck? I that's the only one that I can remember, but I know I've had them before.
Yeah.
I've had the weird dreams. So I was telling Bob last night, to where I was sitting there sleeping. Kind of like the whole thing where you put your foot down and something's going to reach out and grab you from underneath the bed. And
You just watched that Doctor Who episode, didn't you?
We did watch that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's why we started talking about it. And now, mind you, I've had this like a bunch of times, and it was actually a lot of times after I got out of the military. Go figure. But I'd wake up on my, I'd be sleeping on my futon. I'd wake up, and then I would see something run out in the dark. Now, mind you, my room is damn near pitch black, but I'd see something in the dark run out from underneath it, and then run back. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then I look, and then it's
Shadow
like
people.
it's like a fuckload of roaches are fucking running around all over the place, and it's like holy shit. And then I jump up on top of the futon, just like son of a bitch, God, and you just get instantly mad. And then you try to jump off that off there. For one, not killing yourself on something that you can't see.
The floor is lava.
Hot lava, hot lava, hot lava. And then you turn on the light and shit, and it's just like, what the fuck? Because your mind is just going fucking retardo on you and shit, and it's insane. And I've had it happen like several times. I remember even having it to where it's like the skeletal hand comes out, and it's just like, what the fuck,
Yeah, like I think I told you after that I had the dream where an out of body experience where actually was seeing myself sleeping. And then I saw a roach crawl into my mouth. Instantly freaked the fuck out,
Yeah, you're telling me that.
And then, of course, I thought I saw a roach fall out of my mouth, but then I couldn't find it afterwards. It's just kind of one of those... Of course, if you do want to have weird dreams, what you do is go get yourself a nicotine patch, cut it in half, and put that on and go to sleep to that. You'll have the weirdest dreams you will never believe.
Now, Bob, why did you do that? Or are you trying to quit smoking?
No, I never smoked. Because I wanted to have weird dreams.
The secret is to dissolve the Ambien in the whiskey.
See, but Bob is not telling you is that he put it on his penis thinking it would give him a sex dream.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
just no. No, I can't stop puffing cigs on my penis.
And now he has dick cancer.
Did someone tell you to make your dick grow 3 inches? Is that what it was?
No. At least the forum
Yes.
wouldn't say anything about that.
So, like, we mentioned this, like, how about those socially awkward dreams? Or like this, like the ones that are supposed to...
What are you talking about? Going to school, no pants
Yeah,
on?
something like that. Like for me, like I said, like I have the dream. I on occasion where my teeth fall out, like
Yep.
my teeth are loose.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that at the river the other day. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Never had that.
Yeah.
Like I had one of those in high school where you're just like, "Ooh, ooh," and like all your teeth are in your hand and you're freaking the fuck out.
I mean, you can feel the move, and then they
Yeah.
fall out, and you're like, and there's no pain. It's just like, what?
Yeah, I always heard that was like fear of failure. That's where that is. At least that's.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's whatever
Interpretation.
website you go to will tell you. It's like, oh, it's a fear of public speaking. Or
But I've had
something.
that but I also have a phobia of the dentist, which just makes it that much more terrifying.
You
Like,
have a
that
lot of phobias, Dave.
No, I actually the dentist and
Eyeball?
and nothing touching my eyeball.
Crickets?
That's it.
Crickets, yeah.
That's not a phobia. I just
Oh,
fucking hate it.
bullshit. Bullshit. We had that goddamn cricket fucking, plague going on that one year. Just like, side anyways and shit.
Yeah, but I'm not like I don't have a fear. Like I never have a dream where I'm like, oh, bug's on me. Like I've had it. Like I've had it happen. Like I freaked the fuck out when like that roach fell down my shirt and like I didn't know that it was really the roach. I was like, no, it's not the roach. It's not the roach. I'm just being paranoid. And then I felt it run up across my chest, and then I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then I screamed like a little girl. But that's not a phobia. Like I just.
You know what? Roaches will make anybody fucking scream like almost anybody scream like a fucking little girl. Just like,
It's like, you think you're brave until you learn the cockroach can fly.
Yeah.
oh, holy shit!
And they know they fly towards you and you will freak the fuck out.
Oh,
They
those
know.
Well,
they know.
so to tell the full story about that roach is that I'm sleeping in bed. I'm about 5 or 6 feet from the wall, and I'm looking at the cat, and the cat's like intently staring at that wall. So I'm like, what are you
Cat's
looking
fucking
at?
with you.
And so I
Fuck
see
all the animals. They all do that. They're all bullshit.
Fucking
No, I see a two and a half long
Fucking assholes.
roach on the wall, and I'm like, and so like I jump to the right of the bed to the foot, like away from where the roach is. I jump off the bed, and as I'm like getting out of the room to go get the Raid can, I feel something touch the back of my neck, and I'm like. And, like, I swat it with my hand. There's nothing there. And I'm like, there is no way that roach just flew 10 feet in 2 seconds. No way. So I grab the can of Raid, come back into the room, and I don't see it. And I'm like, fuck. And so I'm looking around, and that's when I feel the legs going up my chest. And I'm like, and I throw the fucking Raid in the air. I throw off the shirt, and I just start, like, patting myself like ah! And my girlfriend's just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, it touched me! It touched me!
in my no places.
And you're just like, fuck you, cat. Why didn't you kill it?
So you had one job, cat.
Yeah, well, actually, he was the spotter. He found where it was, and in fact, because then like it dropped on the floor and it started, and I'm still like trying to calm down from like flipping out, and I couldn't find it, and he like found it. He was just like, "Hey, it's over here. It's by this box." But he doesn't attack it. The other one, the fat cat, like apparently he'll eat the roaches, but I'm like, this is way too big. The thorax of this one will just get caught in your throat, and then you
need a knife and a fork.
Yeah, this is a 4-course roach. All right, so
it's like enough where Mr. Curso, it was too big that Mr. Curso couldn't fucking eat it. From Monty Python and shit. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Holy shit.
No. Wafer thin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. From The Meaning of Life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way
The
to
Meaning
go
of
with
Life, yeah.
Just esoteric reference there, Nate.
You know what? Fucking Python, man. Fucking Python. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself.
All right.
Because it's fucking great. Because at the end it's like, would you like a wafer thin man? No, fuck off you. It's like, come on, it's just a wafer
Absolutely
stuff. Dude, like throw
So like anyone else like any kind of like social, like going to school naked, late for or waking up late for something, like you had to be somewhere.
Lately, like especially since I'm an adult, I haven't been in school like for 15 years. I have that. There's a test and I didn't study for it, and then
I've
just
had those.
Yeah, like and then I was like, wait, why am I here? I graduated like 15 years ago. Like, why? Like I'll have those every once in a while, but I haven't had any kind of weird, sexually awkward.
I don't know. See, along that line, I've had since I got out of the military. And it's not as much, but man, it'll fuck with my head. I'll have it to where I'm stationed back up in Maryland, as I am now, beard the whole fucking 9 yards, and just doing shit detail, non-stop fucking shit detail, shit that I'm not supposed to do, because I'm on fucking profile. My shit's fucked up, and I still have to fucking do it, and it's like I'm in fucking hell is what it is, and I wake up and just like, what the fuck? And even though I'm in the dream and I realize it's wrong, it's like you can't escape it kind of shit. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, was it like Bill and Ted's Excellent, was it Journey or whatever, the second one where they end up in hell and like the fucking rabbit comes in? It's like, what the fuck?
Why don't you give your grandmother a kiss?
No!
Oh man, that was weird.
Oh god, man, I hate those fucking dreams.
So as far as like the naked thing, actually, so like going through my phone, because I don't know, a few of my dreams I've actually sat down and like written them as soon as like I woke up.
Really?
Yeah. So I have some really, really fucking weird dreams, but they're really long, so I didn't want to use that. So, but I was reading one of them, and I was at work, and I'm in the break room. I'm coming out of the break room. I see one of my buddies, and my buddy's like, "Dude, you're not wearing any pants," and I'm like, "Huh? I was wearing pants earlier. I have no idea where they went." I don't freak out like that. I'm like, whatever.
Like, you know what? Fuck my pants. Pants are bitches.
Casual Friday, motherfucker.
Like, I go to my desk
Check out my
calmly.
wiener.
Like, I go to my desk and I call somebody. I'm like, hey, can you bring me some pants? You know,
Just that casual. Just
that's very
nonchalant.
casual. Like, you know, like I'm
Really?
reading my, like, because I don't. That wouldn't bother me. That's not a dream that would be like, oh my god, I'm freaking out because I'm naked. No.
I don't know. When I went back to SAC, I think I had like one or two of those. And it's just more of like, what the fuck is going on? Just, not like, oh my god, I don't have any pants. It's more just like I was perplexed on how this happened, kind of thing. Not running around like an asshole or shit. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
I wonder if anyone's had that dream and like, I don't have any pants. The time is right. And they just go around chasing people with their wiener.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Is that, yeah.
What else you got at that point?
That's how you fight
honestly,
the dream.
yeah.
That's how you fight.
That's how you establish dominance.
Establish dominance, yeah.
You just start running. I need the sheet for my son! Squire! No, not so much.
No.
Hey, I'd like a sheath for my sword. What the fuck?
Okay, so what about fun dreams? And sex dreams aside, we're talking about like shit you do that it's like a dream about flying. You ever had one of those?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've had those, and the folly ones. Those get weird. Fuck, but it's hard to remember, man. It's like I had one in the high school and shit, and it revolved around like Warhammer 40K and shit or something like that, and it was like very vivid, but I just can't. It was crazy. It was awesome. It was gory as fuck, but I can't remember shit about it. I just remember I had the fucking dream and that it was fucking awesome as shit. That's about all I can remember. And it sucks. It's just like, what the fuck was that? You know, it just racked pee for like a day and it ain't happening, you know?
So I'm sure that we've all had the dream where we've played video games for way too long.
Oh, Fallout.
And then you have nothing but that running in your head
Dying
when you
Light.
go to sleep. And that's the
Holy
problem.
shit.
So all
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, like all the video games that I like, and the first video game that I ever remember that happening was Final Fantasy, because I remember staying up hours
Which
and hours
one?
and hours. The very first one,
Yeah.
the original. So I remember that
First
happening.
one for here or the actual first one?
The actual first one. For the, I mean, as far as like the dream that, like the video game dream.
Yeah. That is, that,
So, no matter how much I play the goddamn fucking zombie ones, I can't get a zombie dream to save my life.
really?
Yeah, none of them. I played Dying Light way more than any of you guys played Dying
Holy
Light.
shit, man.
And
that
I
game,
never had a dream about the goddamn game.
Man,
or
playing
zombies.
Playing that motherfucker in the middle of the night, man, it just... Man, that's a mind fuck, man. I'll start, like, sneaking around the house just looking But no, yeah, but, I mean, it's... to be honest, I really didn't play a whole lot of the night missions because it was just, But, I don't know.
What you're saying is you're a pansy.
No, it's just... I'm
You're
not,
a pansy.
I'm
Okay.
not ready for them, you know? But, like Shadows of Mordor... Fuck. Is that here? Now that I think about it, it might be here. Anyways, Shadows of Mordor. Man, I played the dog shit out of that one. That was pretty fucking cool dreams, man. Because, you know, just fucking kicking ass and fucking slaving people. You make them do your bidding and shit. Those were kind of interesting. But, I mean, shit, some of those games, man, it's just fucking weird. Just weird shit. I think I've had a couple Borderlands dreams. Yeah, it's like you just can't let it go. And it just starts processing while you're sleeping. And you're just there. So,
What about you, Bob?
No, I think
oh, you never had a GTA dream?
no.
You GTA
no,
whore.
I've never had a. I've had a Galactic Battlegrounds dream, where it was all just.
Did you really?
like- yeah.
Motherfucker.
But that-
Battlegrounds?
Galactic Battlegrounds? Star Wars?
RTS. You
Uh,
know?
Battlefront.
Battlefront?
No. Was it Battlefront the one that was like the real time strategy where, like you were like the Gungans or the
Oh,
Empire?
yeah, no, yeah, Battlefront.
Is it?
Yeah, was it Battlefront or was that Battle... I think that was Battlegrounds. Yeah, the
Whatever.
actual RTS one, you know.
Well,
Like-
the shooter is Battlefront.
It wasn't shooter. It was
Okay, it's
it was
Battlegrounds,
RTS,
yeah, it's Battlegrounds.
And I remember I had that one. Of course, it was kind of weird. It was just pretty much just floating above just an animated just landscape, and this that was weird.
Bob was Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Misa hate to Jar Jar Binks.
So
Him's are gonna die.
Yeah, Misa beat your ass.
James, any video game dreams or?
Honestly, like the games that you play, like I said, Fallout. Like when I started playing Fallout, I mean, it was, you know, that was like, oh, and same thing with Skyrim, because you'd start playing and you're like, 12 hours later?
Yeah.
What day is it? Yeah.
You just do
yeah,
those
It's Thor
insane-
Day. It's Thor's Day.
Insane marathons, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, you have dreams, and it's like, I mean, they were just like real pleasant. Like, you know, you'd go to bed, and it's like you'd find yourself in like this scene from the game, and you'd be like, oh, this is cool, and you'd go into the village, and just you'd play out something that just seemed very natural.
Never. That's another one. Like Fallout, it never happened.
Hmm.
Or World of Warcraft. And God knows that I played like tons of hours of World
Well,
of
you
Warcraft.
used to live on that, didn't you? I mean, shit, man, y'all used to... Goddamn, like every time I'd see you, y'all be talking about, oh, we gotta get together, we gotta raid and whatever.
Yeah, no, we were hardcore gamers, and yeah, never had a dream about Warcraft.
All right. Okay. GTA, what you're talking about? I did have one where I did play like GTA like 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
Like from all the way from my buddy like left work, like, went to work, and then he came back, and I was still playing. I actually still got I was playing GTA 4. I still got the scar on my thumb from it, and I remember.
Gamer's thumb from hell.
Yeah, and I remember go get tacos. I go with my Corolla and get tacos, and I was just. This is the worst mission. Oh my god! Like,
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
You just started seeing everything, like everywhere you're going, it was like some sort of fucking mission. It was like, what the fuck? These
no,
shitty
it was
missions.
just the one time.
It was just
where
the one?
Just the one where I went to go get tacos, and it was like, go get tacos. Go back home. I was like, oh, this is the worst mission. No, I don't think it's true.
Because Bob won't admit to the part where he picked up the prostitute and then killed her afterwards.
I strangled her with tacos. Just take that, Lupita.
Shit.
Or did I pay her in tacos? Maybe I paid her in tacos. I don't know. You know,
And then you killed her, and then you ate the tacos.
Taco
You know what? You're just too tired, so you don't remember.
Yeah, I gave her 3 potato and eggs for beige. You know, just,
Well, if they're from taqueria, I think that's an equitable trade.
yeah, and yeah, you wouldn't. I would kill Lupita after that. That's an awesome deal. The kids call me daddy. You know, it's fine. You know, whatever. All right.
Now go make me some money.
But oh man, no. Have you ever had prophetic dreams? Like I used to have them
Yes.
a lot. Like, of course,
you talking about deja vu?
yeah, but like, say you'd see like a real maybe like a 1 or 2 second clip of the future for like I said 1 or 2 seconds. It doesn't make any sense, but then when in context, it's like, holy shit, I've seen this before.
I don't know. I've had like deja vu like a motherfucker over the years. Sometimes it'll just be a lot, just like then a couple of months, like a bunch of times, or it'll just go long periods, and I'll just have one. I mean, it'll just be one of those things like fucking deja vu, man. Just like every event was exactly like how I experienced it at some point in time. Fucking weird.
Okay, not like that, but like your prophetic dream. And this is, you just knocked the memory loose, because I haven't thought about this in God knows how many ages.
Did I knock something loose there, Tiger?
You did. You did. Okay, so I'm in high school. I'm
You helped
living in
knock that
Puerto
rock
Rico. And I lived in a condo building. And there was a girl that I had a really big crush on. And so in the dream, what happens is she's on the other side of the street, sitting on a stoop of the building. And, like, I want to go over there, but my friend's like, no. And so her friend comes over, and she's like, she's not talking to you until you apologize. And I'm like, okay, woke up from the dream, didn't think anything about it. And then, like, the next time I hung out with her, like, a big group of us, like, she wasn't talking to me at all. And apparently she was mad at something that I had done that I didn't realize that made her mad. And so I had to apologize to her. No idea.
You remember what it was about?
No clue. No clue.
Maybe that might be a subconscious thing where you did something dickish, and you're like, and then there's
No,
subconscious,
because it was
you know-
actually, it wasn't even me. It was, like, my buddy had said something saying that I said it when I never did. Because he liked her too. So,
yeah, cock blocking is what he was
Right,
doing.
yeah.
Motherfucker. His
So-
son of a bitch. I don't know, man. Some of those fucking dreams, man, that shit just gets out of control. Have you ever had one of those like fight dreams?
Oh yeah.
To where I've had a bunch of them to where you get into a fight with somebody, a fist fight, and no matter it's one side and I'm just beating on them nonstop, but I'm not doing anything to them. I'm throwing as hard as I can, but it's like not just like throwing pillows. It's so frustrating. I don't know.
Not for me. I mean, like I've had dreams where I've just like, man, that went hell and beyond self-defense.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, some of those, it's just fucking weird. It's just hard to describe what the fuck is going on with the fucking in your head, from a dream.
Yeah.
But some people, that's what they like to do, Some people are good at it. Some people aren't. I don't know.
See, I'm still looking for my girl in the blue dress. I had this dream in, like, high school probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being, like, at the Hilton in Puerto Rico. And we were talking, and she was wearing, like, this, like, aqua blue dress. Real pretty girl. And I kissed her, and I woke up and with that like feeling of like I actually had kissed like the girl, and I felt awesome after that. For like you couldn't knock me down. Like I felt so good after that dream that like it carried on. I still want to know who that girl was.
Yeah.
I once had a dream where I had fucked a blue demon, and it told me to stop, and it was like, no, stop, and I didn't, and it was weird.
Oh man, I had one of those bang dreams in high school, man. It was like in
A blue demon though?
No, it wasn't a blue demon. It was an actual girl. I can't remember the girl's face. I can't remember her fucking face, but she was gorgeous, and it was in like a big tub, like big tile type tub. And just as about to fucking bust a nut, woke up, and I still remember that dream. And it's just like, motherfucker, man.
All right, gentlemen, last final thoughts. Dreams, good.
They get weird.
Yeah, I guess.
You're gonna have them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're gonna go to sleep and have them. From all of us, thank you very much for listening to our. Gotta wrap it up, Nate. It's just,
No. It's just how you're talking in the middle of you're saying, you're like, okay, yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Pleasant dreams.
We'll talk to you next time. Like us and subscribe us, whatever hell it is. And thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have horrible dreams.